Zombie Apocalypse.
Yo, mic check, 1, 2, what is this? You're now tuned into Imperfect Sense right here on UnifiedRadio.tv. I'm one of four hosts, one of four moderators, one of four opinionated brothers that make up this podcast called Imperfect Sense. I go by the name of Eric E. Mr. Dawson, whatever it is you call me. Please do not call me a midget. And to the left of me, you got the bully with me, Conway. You dig? Shout out to Andy. Shout out to Flesh. They not with us today. Well, we got some family in the building. We got a nice fill-in, a special guest, the brother Will. Yell at him.
What up?
Will's coming in and give us some different energy, a different perspective.
Andy called us something else earlier.
Yeah. He called him Willie. He say, "Oh, Willie is in there for us, playing with his Willie."
Sound like a fucking slave.
little Willie. Yo, shout out to everybody. If this is your first time tuning in or listening to the Imperfect Sense Podcast, I'm going to tell you a little bit about us. We are four opinionated brothers. We talk about everything, all walks of life. It happens in the public eye. Guess what? We talk about it on this show. That includes ourselves. We like to think of ourselves as more like the male version of the View, version of the talk. You know what I mean? So we don't subscribe to no cancel culture because we say what we want over here. You dig?
Nobody gonna get Whoopi Goldberg.
No, nobody's doing that. So if you're sensitive about your race, religion, gender, sexuality, or politics, this is not the pod for you.
Nope.
If you stay listening, you stay watching, you stay tuning in, guess what? You're subscribing to the bullshit. And now that we're speaking about subscriptions, please make sure you subscribe to everything that you see Unified Radio, everything you see about Imperfect Sense. We definitely appreciate it, man. Keep them notifications on when we drop some of this hot content. Original content, not doing what everybody else doing. Everybody talking about music every day and don't know what the fuck they talking about. Fashion every day, don't know what the fuck they talking about. It's the same redundant shit. We talk about it all over here. So with that being said, how y'all feeling?
I'm Gucci.
Mental?
Chilling.
Mental on,
Yeah.
we feeling the snow ain't stop us today. We out here grinding while everybody else.
The snow
No,
got a little bit bigger.
Yeah, it is, but we out here though.
Yeah,
Like
we
we out
outside.
here. Nothing can stop the content that we gonna give the people today, man. And we jumping directly into the bullshit of it all.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask y'all this: before y'all became entrepreneurs and jumping into these world of media and music and had to do these things called regular jobs, these 9 to 5s, have y'all ever been passed up on a promotion you thought should have been yours?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it a buck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what did you do about it?
I left and started my own.
Factory.
I trained a nigga that took that position wrong.
That happens too. But let me tell y'all this: some jobs you just can't.
Yeah, you do it like this.
Some things you just can't start on your own right away.
That's right up.
And the thing that's been kind of hot on the market and hot in the world of the internet is former Miami Dolphins head coach Brian Flores was fired. None of us that are real football fans understood why.
I didn't
at all. We didn't understand why, right? But then something happened where he was supposed to get an interview for another head coaching job. But the decision was already made unbeknownst to him. He had received the wrong text message from another coach that seems to always be in scandal, but nothing never happens to him. And I'm not paraphrasing
Bill
that.
Belichick.
Yeah, you know, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's suing the NFL. And then this is the thing. Right, I'm not mad at it because I think this is going to be an unprecedented ass lawsuit. Hopefully, it brings about the right change. But
Colin Kaepernick too.
But what I'm saying, what I don't understand, is the dumb shit that people say. Oh man, just go start your own league. First and foremost, hold up. First,
dumbest shit I've heard.
They had a Negro League and they left it to go play for the NFL.
Let me tell you something.
It costs millions.
The NFL, like you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. If anybody ever played,
But we had the Negro League. And nobody went to the same.
But look though. Look, let's keep it a buck. Right? I understand that a lot of things like black people control and people make money off us. I get it. But it's one thing to jump into an industry and not, first of all, have the equity to compete. You have to be able to compete with a franchise, a league that owns a day of the fucking week. It's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
3 days.
NFL.
Yeah, they did.
No, you got Monday.
Monday
You got Monday and Thursday. Then you
Monday,
got,
But they own Sunday. Period.
Oh, yeah,
they
oh,
own
yeah,
Sunday.
yeah.
They own Sunday. Sunday doesn't even exist no more from August until February.
That's why the USFL had to wait until the season was over.
That's what I'm saying. You got other leagues, right? You got other leagues, but to compete with that type of brand, right? It's going to take billions in equity to achieve, to even get into the same stratosphere of that. So when people start saying things like, "Oh, go start your own," it's easier said than done. You can have beer, champagne dreams with beer bottle money. Like, that's what it is. Essentially, that's just like, oh, let's start another NBA. Let's start another Major League Baseball. Like, them brands are solidified.
Money. Motherfucker got water bottle money.
Yo, but I do think that you're able to provoke enough to have change. And that's change within. Same thing homie Jay-Z was talking about, period.
Well, the one thing about the change is
change within. Infiltrate within.
The way that all of that could get fixed is if all the black players just boycott.
Absolutely.
But we all know it ain't gonna never happen.
But because you're at
All of them took one Sunday and said, "Fuck it, we ain't playing."
They would have to do that shit
on every team. All the black
on
people
every team, but it would have to be
Sunday. We ain't playing.
You would have to secretly. It would have to be like this crazy ass secret black person group text message.
Motherfuckers being that bitch like,
look here, yo.
The game about. Well, hold up. Why the fuck only Justin Tucker walk out here?
You know what I'm saying?
It had to be that
in the center.
It has to be that
Justin Tucker in the
because
center. The only ones up
if that shit is like, oh, we're gonna have this walk out of this shit.
They're gonna do everything. You can't see. They could never announce it because of.
Oh, no, don't announce
if anybody has never worked in unions, NFL's a union. They're under a CBA agreement. You can't just. What's the word I want to use? You can't just have mutiny on the bounty. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You have to secretly do that shit. Like, you can't just like, oh, we're not doing because you're in breach of contract. You can't do that. And for people that's telling people to go ahead and say, yo, games. Just go ahead and not play games. You speaking from a 9-to-5 blue collar perspective. You talking about a person that worked all their life to get to what they thought was their dream, and now you want them for you to put it on the line.
Because they're not mad at me. They're mad at you not coaching.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want you to coach, but I can play.
Yeah.
They don't really all the way don't fuck with niggas.
Yeah.
They just don't fuck with the coaching niggas.
Which is fucked up.
But then you got motherfuckers who they still keep getting jobs. Like,
not head coaching jobs. It's been less than a dozen.
Lovey just got another coaching job.
But come on, that was a Band-Aid because of the media shit.
The other black boy going to the Giants.
But where's Lovey going to? What team is he going to?
When he going back to the Bears?
Dude, that team have a fighting fucking chance to do anything.
Hey, yo, that's what I'm saying. I was confused on why they fired him at Miami because he actually made them a contender. Yeah, he gave them a winning season.
And this is the thing when it comes to black people performing
without that star quarterback.
Yeah, but when it comes to black people performing in certain industries, we all know we got to work 10 times as hard to get half as much, and also our window of opportunity is shortened. You get what I'm saying? You'll give a coach that isn't black. And we're speaking on NFL because, like I said, it's hot in the market.
Right.
You'll give him 5-6 years of losing because he's telling you, I have a plan to build. I have a 5-year perspective on where we're going to be in 5 years. Black coaches don't have that.
No.
They don't show promise within.
You got to show that year.
That year that you're going to make progress the next year. And then next year has to blow the previous 2 years that you weren't even there out the fucking water.
There's only 2 coaches that were black that got that opportunity.
Tony Dungy.
No, it was 3 then. Tony Dungy, Yo from the Steelers.
Mike Tomlin.
And what's his name? That used to be the coach here in Baltimore. Then Marvin Lewis.
Yeah.
He had a bunch of fucking trash seasons in Cincinnati. They just kept like,
yeah, but he
good old guy.
He built it up. Tony Dungy built his up. Mike Tomlin kind of came into a good situation, even though I love him as a coach. I can't stand the Steelers, but I love Mike Tomlin as a coach. But he's been on a hot seat for the last couple of years, and it's not like they gave him a lot of pieces to work with, too. You finally got rid of that franchise quarterback that should have retired 4 fucking years ago that he had to keep because you wanted him there. You know what I'm saying? You put these coaches in a position, and not just coaches, even in the workforce, they put you in positions where a miracle is gonna have to happen for you to win. A fucking miracle. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And that's the shit that has us talking today, which I don't understand. What can be done for us not to feel like we have to do half as much or half as better to get half as much? You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like us, we started this whole network because we wasn't willing to sign some slave deal somewhere else and build some. You know what I'm saying? Like,
chill.
What?
Don't say that.
What?
He said, "Don't say that."
Don't say what?
Because the slaves still be the slave masters still be watching that shit.
And the slave masters, why they still don't own this RSS feed?
They don't, but I'm just saying I know what the fuck you talking about. So that's not saying they be watching.
But yo, seriously, man, how y'all? I mean, if you was in that position, Will, you Brian Flores, and you found out like a job you was going to interview for was already given to somebody, and they only interviewing you because under the rule of the NFL, which is what is it, the Rooney? What is it?
What is it? Not the Mickey Rooney. Is it a Mickey Rooney?
Oh, don't whatever it is, don't fuck it up. Yeah. But a rule was saying, well, we only interviewing you because under this rule we have to interview somebody of a minority. How would you feel about that? Like you get that text message come to your phone, like I ain't
going.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going. What am I going for? To give you the satisfaction?
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to give me the job. You're not listening to anything.
A person is already hired.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're not giving me the job. You're not listening to anything I got to bring to the table. So what am I even coming there to entertain this situation for?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting anything out of it.
So what's the next step after that? If you already know they already hired somebody and they playing with you, are you taking the Brian Flores route? Are you suing?
I mean,
I'm suing. I'm going for it.
Yeah,
see, this the thing, right? If you plan not to coach
he's never getting an NFL job. No, he's done.
He may not even get a college job.
I think he'll get college one, HBCU. He'll get there. He'll get that.
Now that the NFL's fucking with them?
They fucking with Deion Sanders. They ain't fucking with
No.
Some of the nicest players came out of HBCU.
NFL took this weekend because they seen the NBA, like, doing the whole NBA with the HBCU shit. Like, they had the NBA announcers and shit at the HBCU games this weekend, announcing them and shit, and had Reggie Miller sitting on watching the Grambling and the Texas Southern, you know what I mean, shit. They're doing that shit, too. They was like, hold up, bitch. We can't let her go out like that. So NFL came out with that, we back in the HBCU shit, too. So at the end of the day, if you're talking about he fuck around and don't get a job.
Yeah.
If he do, that should be low bottom feed job, like somewhere we don't even know he's there.
Mm-hmm.
He fucking around be coaching at fucking Sojourner Douglas, and that's because no one
online school. You say he coaching the online? He coaching the online school. Yo, that's so. It's funny, but it's fucked up. Like that, you got to be the sacrificial lamb for change, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, got this man coaching the online team, yo. What you doing now? I'm coaching the online fantasy team.
Over your playbooks.
He typing that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that's fucked up. We can laugh at it. But truthfully, for him and his family, that's fucked up.
So
it's like you gotta be team. What he's doing. I get it, but I hope he just sat down with his wife, his kids, and knew what the fuck he was getting into, because you think they fired you, whatever. They always hiring niggas to be fucking or quarterback coach or fucking. You gonna take a couple hits on the dollars, but it's just the thing, like, motherfuckers who came from that, now you got the taste of this head coaching shit. You knew this shit was like that from the jump when you got into this organization, right?
So you saying he knew what he was walking into?
He knew what the fuck he was. First and foremost, you took a job with a team that haven't kept a motherfucker. You in Miami, you couldn't keep a fucking a Spanish coach. That's all that run that shit. When you
Spanish and Haitians,
when you can't keep a Spanish coach longer than 2 years, why would I even want that shit? No, for real, like, let's be honest.
Yeah.
If Miami came to you right now and said, Eric Dawson, we need you to be our coach, are you gonna take it?
Oh yeah, I'm out of here.
But when they say, motherfucker, you gone in 2 years, are you gonna be upset?
No.
Because you know they don't. It's a fucking track record for them. They don't. When the longest,
I don't think it has anything to do with him being fired. I think it's the fact that
he took it as he black, and then he got that text message.
That's what it's from. That's what it's about.
Never got that text message.
Yeah, the text message.
But that text message shit, he didn't even. The injustice he did was he didn't even involve Belichick's text message in the lawsuit. Because that's the real reason why you suing the NFL. You're not suing the NFL because you got fired from Miami. You're suing the NFL because you got that text message and said, yo, I know y'all just trying to interview this motherfucker. Like, just hurry up and get it over with so I can do my part up here in Boston. That's all that shit is. That's the real reason, but he didn't even involve that in the lawsuit. You came out and said that later.
So are we saying that if he never got that text message,
then he come underneath for him?
Come underneath who?
Then he come the one he then he come underneath for Belichick?
I don't know, but what I'm saying is, all right, the text message, that's what sparked everything. The text message, it's not about him being fired. It's about what have you done for me now lately, league. Anyway, we understand that, and that even in music, it's what have you done for me lately. It's A&Rs that get fired every day. You could have sold 100 million records for the last 3 years. If you dropped 2 duds for the last 2 years, guess what? If you work for Atlantic, you work for Universal, you work for Jive, you work for. Guess what? You're out of there. The issue is the fact that the NFL is 85% Negro across the board. But they don't believe in black leadership. They don't. And especially in certain states, they damn sure don't want black representation. I'm sorry to say it, Dallas Cowboy fans, and I'm going to put it out there. Your owner did not want Dak Prescott as his quarterback of America's team in Texas. In fucking Texas. I know Texas got some great shit going on. Shout out to...
pull his trigger on him so bad.
But this is what I'm saying. These red states, these Republican states, are still under some type of Jim Crow racist way of thinking.
That's why.
No matter if you play in the NBA, the NFL, you kick a soccer ball, you play golf, you're still underneath that microscope. If anybody in their right mind thought that Jerry Jones wanted to pay a black guy to lead his white organization in Texas, you're out your fucking mind.
He paid Troy Aikman for years of losing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they veered Tony Romo as one of the greatest Dallas, and he didn't win a fucking thing.
Facts. He still called Tony Romo the greatest,
and didn't win a fucking
and didn't even win a ring
thing.
What he did was give him that money.
So it's more.
He didn't win a motherfucking fucking any type of championship.
But it's still
NFC. Ain't win nothing.
As far as we came as a people. It's still that underlying issue of some type of prejudice or racism based off of how you look, the hue of your skin. This is the ground root of it all. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's not the fact that he is intelligent enough, that he isn't a hard worker, and he doesn't know the game. It's the fact that you're black and you were given an opportunity to have an interview just because of a rule, but you were never going to get the job.
The rule fucked the game up, too.
You know what I'm saying?
I really hate that rule. I ain't gonna lie. I really hate that rule.
I hate a bunch of the rules.
Because I ain't gonna lie, it's some black coaches that get coaching positions because of that rule, and they're ass.
Mm-hmm. Not head coaching, though.
No. I don't give a fuck. Head coaching,
side coaching,
back coaching. The motherfucking back off the line coach, they're ass.
Mm-hmm.
It's just they give it to them so they can be like, oh, we did it. Like, motherfucker, I got hired at Bank of America because of that rule, bro. Like, a rule just like that.
Mm-hmm.
Obama put a rule in place that motherfuckers had to hire black people to work in headquarter buildings. They pulled me out of the bank to work there. Soon as Trump got in office and said that he was gonna give them that same tax break with more, and he was gonna dead that. I forgot the name of that bill. They came in and was like, you want severance or you want to go try to find another position? They had motherfuckers dressed up. And it was that fucking position. That my floor was in the headquarter building was 92% fucking black, bro. All the white boys already went to Texas. My dumb ass was like, I ain't going to Texas. I'm going to stay here. They was like, yeah, you come over here because you've been with us the longest. You come over here, you've been with us the longest. We willing to give y'all a severance pay because y'all been here the longest. But everybody else going to have to try to fucking find a position because we're closing this department. Why? What happened? Oh, yeah, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And we was out working the other headquarters in the other fucking regions. We had Beltway was always getting somebody. Oh yeah, here's another 100,000. This is y'all got to split that up between the whole floor. Whoop whoop. Because we was outperforming all these other regions for Bank of America throughout the country. So how the fuck? But because we was the only black fucking headquarter floor that was doing that shit.
What I will say is I understand.
I know how that shit feel.
I understand your point when we talking about rules that just give us opportunity based off a rule. I want to get my shit based off the fact that you see that I'm more than qualified to do it. I understand that. It's just fucked up that a rule has to be in place just for somebody just to give you a look.
Well,
like
technically, they'll never feel as though you're qualified because of your skin color.
Yeah, that's
right.
the devil's advocate part of it. That's the fucked up part about it.
And it's
You
fucked
can have
up.
all the knowledge in the world. You can take all the courses, classes, go to all types of schools. It don't matter.
The NFL is so bad at racism that first of all they don't think that you're good enough to coach. They don't think you have the mindset. Even when it comes to certain positions on the field, they don't think a black quarterback has the mind capacity to lead a fucking team. They don't believe in that shit.
Right.
They don't believe in a black quarterback.
You're a big ticket, but you're not.
Yeah.
You're not.
You get what I'm saying?
That's how bad it is. You did not even offer for all these years that he been advocating to be a coach in the NFL. He had to go to fucking Jackson State to get a fucking position.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, you talking about a motherfucker like
You talking about Deion Sanders,
Deion
Hall of Famer,
been around leagues, played multiple positions, won multiple titles.
Yeah.
You don't even. He's advocating himself to be a coach.
Let me tell y'all some shit. And I'm not going to say the player, the organization, or the executive in charge. But I will say the person that's looking to get into coaching asked a black executive to help him out. Guess what the black executive told him? Do that shit on your own. It's motherfucking black people and I'm not going to put it out there. We'll talk about the shit off of camera.
It's black motherfuckers in there.
It's black motherfuckers that's in position that's holding back a black motherfucker down at the bottom.
Yeah, because
in the NFL.
And one of the halfway they got.
This shit is fucking crazy. It be your own kind, yo.
I would tripping.
Yeah.
It be your own
I
kind.
would tripping. I'm not letting that motherfucker know this because then he's going to try to get my position. Nah.
Man, I get more satisfaction I get more satisfaction when I can help somebody out that look like us and not look at a person as competition. A person like, yo, E, I need this, I need that. Can you? Sure, I'll give you the information. Here you go. Because I don't look at you as a competition. I want to see you. My thing is, I believe there's enough out here for everybody. So if I got something that can help you out, and it's my knowledge, here you go. Take that. See, a lot of black people ain't thinking about that, and we so quick to jump against the white man. We already know what the white man angle is. We know what it is.
When you got,
but your own black people, they be the ones smiling your face and behind your back. Yeah, they the worst. They the worst. I put them above fucking the white
especially
people.
When you got personality, like in sports, when a black person has personality that can, that white players and fucking black players adapt to regularly, they scared of that shit. So they damn sure ain't gonna let you in if they think that you can come in that bitch and actually fucking be something. Where you got white people running up to this black coach like, oh man, that's one thing that fucked Flowers up. Like, he didn't have that whole much of love. The Flores, that he didn't have a lot of love in Miami either. And the one thing that actually went that went viral was him beefing with a motherfucker who couldn't stay healthy. And that was the tour. Like, he beefing with that bitch. Next thing you know, he get cut. You get fired. You beefing with a motherfucker who couldn't stay healthy. And now you get cut. And not only that, and then like they asked Tour at the Pro Bowl shit like what he think about him. He's like, I'm just waiting for the next coach to come in. He never like you anyway because you kept flipping him back and forth, and then you're in Miami. He's supposed to be the star. You was fucking with money. When people say that Hawaiian people saying that they not coming, and fucking little Mexicans because they think he Mexican say they not coming. You lose your job.
For that, it's all about perspective because there's some people that
they don't give a fuck.
They
about
will
money.
have like you. Let's say that is true. That him and Tua had a problem.
They did.
But one time we always got to say allegedly. We always got to say that because we're not in it. What I'm saying, you know, people getting sued, so we always got to say allegedly, right?
Well, allegedly, that Pro Bowl was shit.
Well, fuck the Pro Bowl. What I'm saying is,
Put that out there.
what I'm saying is,
Wait.
let's say I'm the coach, right? And you supposed to be the star, but I bench you based off of whatever reason I feel as though I should be benching you. You're gonna have a different perspective of me when I lose my job versus if I gave him the opportunity that was yours. If I say, well, he's playing better than you and I'm putting all my efforts into you and you're doing great and I lose my job, you're going to feel some type of way because I gave you an opportunity. You're going to be like, damn, man, that's my coach. He gave, but you ain't going to give a fuck. Yeah. You took my shit anyway. Yeah. So it's all based off fucking perspective on where you coming at from a person. But let's flip it out of the NFL for a minute. Let's take music. Like you personally have helped people. You know what I'm saying? Put people in position and help certain groups stay afloat. Toured with people. Just for a motherfucker to cut you loose on some dumb shit when they shouldn't have cut you loose with some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? So how do you feel about that?
I ain't never really spoke on that. Me and
you ain't gotta say no names.
Me and the person that brought me into the situation, who managed the situation, we talk about it all the time because me and him still work together. But far as the group, no conversation has,
and not just group. It's been groups.
Multiple groups, but that's referring to the last one. That conversation still hasn't even been had yet. It was I called the member that I was doing the shows with phone because I seen a flyer for Drew Hill's 20th anniversary
and somebody else,
and it had us on it. So I called him up. Yo, I ain't know we got that gig. That's what's up. When we rehearsing, what we doing? When I got the response, now mind you, that's me calling the phone, amped and excited. Yeah. Yo, we about to perform with my brothers. We about to turn this out. Yeah, well, this ain't such and such. This such and such, and I can see how you could be confused right now. Well, yeah, because I called such and such phone, but you answering it. We gave them the wrong picture because I'm back now, and I just thought you should know. No hard feelings, but the opportunity is always there. I appreciate everything you did for the group, but if you ever want to sing background, you know what I mean, we can get you to come and sing background. Nigga, they don't even remember you. They think I'm the original at this particular point. And that's where the animosity came from because the person who was the original felt overshadowed. So that became the problem. So then it was, well, let me get my other partner back where we're equal because this person is outshining me. So then it went from that to, we back together now, and you know what I mean, maybe you should go back and do your solo thing. Okay, well, I was doing my solo thing when you came to me
for help,
asked me to stop my progress and what I was doing because I had a buzz to come and help you revamp something that was dead. And then I put myself on the back burner and said, okay, y'all my niggas, we grew up together, we all do the same talent shows, we all got signed together. I'm gonna help you out. Not a problem. In my mind, more opportunities, more chances to meet different people. If something was to happen, I still have these contacts to reach out to for my project, which I've been doing. So then it turned into, You know what I mean? I don't know why you calling people that, you know what I mean, we deal with. You know what I mean? They deal with us. Well, motherfucker, you forgot. They thought I was us. So that's how that pretty much went down.
We gotta talk about the camera. We gotta talk about the
We
camera.
still ain't had that talk. We still ain't had that talk.
Which I think is some sucker shit, because it's one thing to, and I went through a few things too where when you deal in certain business, people just they kind of remove themselves from the situation or go and hiding and don't want to have a conversation with you. We supposed to be men here. We supposed to be able to handle business.
Yeah.
So you think you're going to shake and move and be successful and not have to cross my path when my track record has shown that people fuck with me based off the business that I bring them and the fact of how I do business. So it's going to be some type of loyalty there. Because a motherfucker always going to do business. You cannot speak to a motherfucker for 5-10 years. You did great business with them. They always coming back. So you think you're gonna
burning bridges?
Yeah, you think you're gonna just shake and move, and I'm not gonna know about it, and we haven't had a conversation. It's one thing. See, this is the thing I don't be understand about people. It's just about the conversation, brother. Like if it's not working out, it's not working out. Let's put it on the table why it's not working out and talk about it as adults, not just man on man. It could be you and a woman.
I knew why it wasn't.
But what I'm saying, people scared to have those conversations.
But
we can still be okay with each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If we just have the conversation. But when you start moving and then you start saying shit,
was,
you know what I'm saying?
I was getting more attention than the original.
Well, that's an ego thing on their part.
And then that came a because I knew that became the problem because people was coming to me. And then at one particular show, I think we was in California, this particular person decided to let that person know, that fan know, you know he's not an original member, right? I'm the original member. He's just paid for us, a paid for hire. So that's not the one that's actually singing on the song. Although that's the one you're looking at singing right now. Right. But that's not the one from the song. I'm the one from the song. So you're looking at him like, well, why you didn't sing that part then?
Facts.
Well, that's not my part. Well, then motherfucker, it's his part now.
Right, it's his part
so
now,
why
motherfucker.
You gonna downgrade him to try to pump yourself
that's
up
ego, bro.
when you could have did that part.
That's
and then had him do the backgrounds. But instead, no, that's not my part. You got to do the person part who did the most, but I'm going to give you the least.
But you see what he's saying? It's last high, first fight.
Yeah.
Here it is. I'm coming, I'm sacrificing. I'm going extra hard. And now when somebody else sees it's going and it's moving and it looks profitable and things looking up, the person that did the groundwork to get it back to where it was is the first one out the fucking door. Yeah. That's the shit that I'm talking about.
It'd be us.
Yeah.
It'd be our people, but you looking at the fucking white people. See how everything just coincides and goes together when we have these conversations. You know what I'm saying?
They want to paint the picture like it's the white man. No, it's you trying to be the white man.
The white man got his cards on the table. He's showing you what it is.
Yeah,
and
he blunt about it. He ain't cut cards. I ain't hiding nothing. Look, man, I don't like you.
It's the black people reneging.
Yeah.
Right. It's the black people reneging.
Yep.
And that's a whole different conversation, but it's the black people reneging, bruh. I'm pretty sure, talking about Brian Flores, right, that the black people behind the scenes that could really make change for you or have your back are the ones that's not having your fucking back in this situation. It's the people that's not in the league no more, that isn't coaching, and saying, yo, I went through the same similar situation. But you don't hold weight. You know why? Because you're not employed by them currently. It's the players. It's the current coaching staff that's supposed to back this man and say, you know what happened to him isn't right. We are standing with him, and until we get to what we can have some understanding, guess what? This league won't move.
Yeah. Look at the Whoopi Goldberg shit, because it came some more information.
Last hired.
Shorty came.
Last hired.
Yeah, Shorty that suspended her. Whoopi told her that she didn't have the personality to be on TV.
Mm-hmm.
So you let her.
And she's black.
Right.
It's always your own people. It's always your own
because
people.
you holding that against her. Oh, she told me I ain't got the personality to be on TV.
They go back to slave days, man. Oh, master, yeah, I seen Gerald and them. They ran up there behind
Gerald.
Gerald. They ran up there behind that bush. You should go get them.
Man.
And make sure I get some of that good supper tonight, sir.
Right.
Because I'm the ones who
I
came
told
and
you.
told you.
The nigga come and give you a bone, a bone with a fucking little gristle in that bitch.
So it's safe to say that our own people have surpassed the white man, right? Yeah. As far as holding us back, it's safe to say that.
Yeah.
That's how I've been feeling.
Yeah, you know, I've been feeling like that for the longest. Like, that shit, I don't even say them no more.
Like you said, black people can get a position of power, and they ain't looking to bring nobody up with them.
I don't know. Once a person gets, it's either two things happen: a person that get power, that don't want nobody else of color there with them, or the person that gets power that's trying to put people in position, but you don't want their help because you feel as though that they changed.
Mm-hmm.
You can work with them every day, but don't want that to be on that team because you don't like how they move.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe they teaching you some shit to keep you around.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna tell you some real shit about me. I don't really have too much of an ego. If I put one of y'all in a position, let's say
you sure the shit,
yeah, fuck you. But if I'm saying if you come to me like, yo, I need you to show me something at this job. Say we working for this corporation. Let's just hypothetically, and I show you some shit, and then that company see, okay, well, he worked, and we feel as though that he should be in a higher position than you. Maybe we should let you go. Guess what? I wouldn't give a fuck. That's their decision. If they decide, hey, yo, we pushing you out to push, cool. I've always been a person that just made adjustments. Right. Like I don't hold a personal grudge or no shit like that. Okay, you think he's more qualified, he can do a better job? That's your decision to make. That's not mine. Yeah. If you want to push me out, guess what? The world gonna keep going. Right. I'm gonna go find something else because I'm pretty sure that I've been put in a position where somebody put me in a position that pushed somebody else out.
Yep.
It's just a circle. You know what I'm saying? And people scared of that circle because you become complacent in what you got.
You definitely replaced the motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
It's called hired for a reason.
Yeah.
It should be called replacement.
Yeah.
Sign this application for a replacement.
Yeah.
Replacement of who? Because you just took the food out of somebody's mouth.
Yeah.
Who we thought was qualified, but you actually more qualified.
Yeah, and we want you to train them.
Fact.
Mm-hmm. They do that
show them everything you know.
That's the shit. I'm always following that.
They don't know what you know.
I'm always in that fucking position.
Yeah.
I
show
keep
them
telling
what you know because they don't know what you know, and you good at what you do, but we like this guy.
Yeah, I mean, it's companies that do that shit all the time. It's a person that been with the company for 15, 20 years, and you maxed out on the incentives and the benefits that the company have to offer. And they know they just got to keep giving you more, and it's like, nah, let's get somebody. That's why it's called entry level.
Yeah,
let's get somebody on this entry level that could do the same job, and then we got another 20 years out this person. Then guess what? We'll do it again.
They said, hold up, we're gonna send Conway to Philadelphia to get him trained on that, and then we're gonna train this entry level bitch to come in.
Yep.
And then we're gonna play with them and like, no, you
for $8 an hour less.
You gonna train her, but we got you next time.
Yeah,
they played me a couple times like that.
It is what it is, yo. But check this out, yo. Let's get some final thoughts real quick. Let's get up out of here, man. Hey, Will, give me your final thoughts, man, and about last hired, first fired, the whole shit, like.
My final thoughts on that is we're not going to get nowhere as black people pushing down other black people and looking, but also on the other hand looking for help from black people. You what they say, you get what you serve. If you don't hunt, you don't eat. So with that being said, black people, let's start working together. Let's start making things make sense. Let's not go off of emotions or what's the word I want to say? Or egos.
Right.
But off of the fact that if I can bring you in and then you can bring another person in, now we're the majority. We have the bigger decisions. And that's what they don't look at. They just look at, okay, well, I'm in here. I'm going to do what I got to do to keep me in here. Yeah, you're qualified, but no, I don't want him in there because if he come in there, then I'm not the cool black person no more. I'm not the token black person no more. I'm not the black person they come for black advice anymore because now I have a competition.
Yep.
And they need to stop looking at other black people trying to get into the same field as competition and look at them as a push to help their voice be more heard.
Facts. Go ahead, Conway. Your final thoughts, brother.
For me, I'm gonna just pick it back up with Will, man. Like, yeah, because a lot of times, you know what? Fuck that. No, reinvent the wheel. No matter what the fuck you is, you already know that you're gonna be looked at the most. Mm-hmm. So if you're the intelligent black person that they know couldn't be in another position, don't keep doing the shit the way that they trained you. Reinvent the wheel on how to do that shit differently. My man, I know he was a coach. If he coached, it's with different ways to fucking spin the wheel on coaching. Mm-hmm. I know you coach, I coach, I don't know you coach, but it's different ways to spin the fucking wheel.
Yeah.
So just reinvent something different, because if you keep doing the way that they want you to do, they always want to keep you in the fucking box and then say that you did nothing different.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta add value to us being who we are. We're fucking black. We're always against the gun. And if you don't show them something different, or even if they don't see something that's gonna stay on that plate, you gotta you're interviewing every day for something else. So if they don't see that shit, somebody else looking at that shit because they all eyes on you, just reinvent the fucking wheel and stop blaming someone else's for not having that position that you had. Because at the end of the day, they give you 2 years, 3 years, whatever it is, they gave you long enough to fucking show someone else in another department, another field, or even your fucking self that you could do something without someone telling you when to punch the clock, bro. So just reinvent the wheel.
Facts. Hey, for me, I'm a firm believer in strength in numbers. Only way we're gonna get out of the mindset of having to do twice as much to get half the result is the strength in numbers. We have injustices in all types of work fields.
Facts.
Whether it's basketball, whether it's NFL, whether it's the music industry, whether you are part of a cleaning crew at some type of corporation at Johns Hopkins, it doesn't matter the pay. It matters on how everybody views who you are. You get what I'm saying? So for me, it's strength in numbers. If we have injustice for one of us, we should have injustice for all of us that makes us stick together and say, yo, we're not tolerating this shit. Like, we have to stick together. Like, special shout out to Brian Flores for being the catalyst to try to have some change. But only way we're gonna have change is, guess what? The people that's in there going to have to stick behind him and going to have to infiltrate within. He's not going to be able to do it by himself because he can't be a one-man army, and that's essentially against $1 billion brand. Yeah, you can't do that shit, man. We can't go at it, you know what I mean, everything by ourselves to be a vigilante. And we also have to stop being selfish with each other. Right. You understand what I'm saying?
And stop just coming up for anything, though.
Yeah.
because you black and got fired don't mean you was against the world.
Yeah, that too. You know what I'm saying? That too. But look, this has been another edition of Imperfect Sense right here on UnifiedRadio.tv. We see y'all the same time, same Unified channel next week. Make sure you subscribe to everything that you see in podcast stream to, because we are everywhere. We see y'all the same time, same Unified channel next week. Peace.
Everything.